We are in Arcetri, on the hill overlooking Florence, where Galileo Galilei, father of the experimental method and modern science, lived and worked. The experimental method has reunited all sciences in every part of the world and in every culture, and we would like it to be the base of a new holistic science capable of recognizing in the material dimension the existence of information and consciousness.
Two great revolutions have troubled physics. One was Einstein's theory of relativity, and the other was quantum physics. David Bohm, a great theoretical physicist, and both colleague and friend of Einstein at Princeton, proposed a new interpretation of quantum physics by introducing a quantum field which informs, at practically infinite velocity, every part of a system regarding the entire global situation. The concept of non-locality is also connected to the concept of the indivisibility of physical systems.
The whole is contained in every part, and I think that inspired David Bohm to see, that's a new order to physics, the implicate order. The whole is enclosed in every part. And so then he worked on this implicate order, and would also in the implicate order then mind and matter would be unified. There would be like two poles of a magnet. In the explicate order, you know, the order of space-time and causality, the order of classical physics, they appear to be this Cartesian split, but it's artificial, and in the implicate order, it's really a whole.
Quantum physics rediscovered the basis of the holistic paradigm already present in the ancient symbol of the Tao, the unity of all, that reunites material yin with consciousness, yang. In order to make the jump to a unitary vision, we must understand that consciousness is information and matter is energy. The great synthesis is realizing that our entire reality is a unity of informed energy.
David Bohm was never completely happy with the quantum theory, the one as expressed by Bohr and Heisenberg, and wanted to go deeper. And what he discovered was a new way of expressing the quantum theory. From this they derived something new, which is called the quantum potential. It expresses the information about the experimental situation. So it's information which is active, so it's active information. The electron is actually reading the information about its surroundings. So the electron isn't just a little ball anymore, it's something that has proto-mind. So mind is present right from the beginning. Before there was any life, there would be proto-mind, which is something also Wolfgang Pauli felt, that mind in some sense was present and guided even the appearance of life. So that rather than life becoming more complex to develop a brain and you have consciousness, it was the other way around, that the information was there from the beginning and guided the emergence of life. So mind and matter from the very beginning were unified. There is no division between the two.
In physics, the energy of the quantum field extends infinitely. David Bohm proposes understanding this particle field as a field of active information which possesses the capacity to perceive and recognize information and interact with it. When particles unite to form an atom, their proto-consciousness, energy, evolves in complexity, which permits the emergence of new potentials and qualities. From this, a new understanding of the genesis of life and its evolution as a unitary process is born.
The holistic paradigm corresponds to consideration that all components of matter are correlated, so it is impossible to touch one of them without touching all the others. Contrary to the holistic paradigm, the atomistic paradigm considers the atoms to be independent and capable of interacting only by means of mechanistic collisions. The equivalent of the atomistic paradigm on the human plane is the individualistic paradigm, in which the fundamental subject is the individual, and the only relation that each individual has with all the others is based on force, which can be both kinetic force, for example violence, or potential force, for example interests. On the other hand, the holistic paradigm is founded on existence, I'll use a technical word, of an entanglement between all the various subjects, in the sense that any fluctuation occurring in one of the components gives rise to a corresponding, though not identical, fluctuation in the others.
The concept of entanglement allows us to comprehend scientifically that existence is an undivided field of energy and information, while physics offers us a further fundamental instrument of knowledge, quantum coherence.
As with the waves of the sea, light waves, when they synchronize, that is, when the crests and the throes of the luminous sinusoidal waves proceed in complete synchrony, it forms a coherent light. For example, a laser.
Non-coherent waves of photons disperse energy and information in every direction, like a lighted match weakly illuminates a dark room. Coherent waves create a laser beam, a unified field in which energy and information are completely united and acquire power and intensity.
Another example of coherence that we could make would be in case of water. Internally, water forms into clusters, that is, groups of molecules with common characteristics and which behave like a self-organized system. These domains of coherence are the basis of information for life. Thus, we can see coherence as the expression and the realization of the unity of the universe and of life.
When atoms unite into molecules of water, they form a complex system which is a domain of coherence, a network which evolves in complexity, including different atoms and molecules which are ever more organized, until an evolutionary leap in coherence takes place, which makes it become a unitary system, a conscious cellular unit. These evolutionary passages are similar on every level of reality, from atoms to cells to human beings.
Living matter cannot exist without coherence between its various components. To extend this coherence so that it reaches the dimensions of a cell, or of an elephant, or of a crocodile, or of a baobab tree, or the entire human species, or the entire ecosystem, or the entire planet, we have to admit that the single elementary domains of coherence, in turn, have to enter or be in coherence with each other. Thus, we have a hierarchical structure of coherence, coherence between domains of coherence.
The logic of the domains of coherence and their evolution into superdominions of coherence give us a scientific key to understand the logic of unitary systems and their evolution in leaps of complexity.
We are beginning to understand the roots of our existence. The subatomic particles, the smallest units of our reality, are actually unitary systems which reunite intelligence and information and energy, thus bringing together the material and consciousness dimensions. These give rise to a perception of a highly intelligent development of our whole existence.
I am Earth. I was born 4 billion years ago. Together with the Sun and the other planets of our solar system, I was generated from a great explosion of energy and love by my mother star, born 15 billion years ago. From the Big Bang. My physical body is made of atoms, the intelligent primordial elements with an infinite life. The atoms evolved in complexity inside suns and novae, and generate all the galaxies, the stars and the planets of this universe.